Welcome, and thank you for your interest in citizenship and immigration events through the City of Seattle and its partner organizations. This video is for those who will serve as interpreters during the citizenship workshop. Thank you for sharing your language skills to support your fellow community members. The workshop will have two different types of assignments for interpreters. One type will be stationary, seated at certain stations where a consistently high volume of participants need interpretation. If you're a stationary interpreter, please review materials ahead of time if possible to familiarize yourself with the terminology. Copies of the citizenship application form, the N400, are available in the most common languages at the workshop. The second type of interpreter will float around the venue and be called as needed. If you're a floating interpreter, you will receive your assignments from the interpreter leads. Because they have the full picture of who is waiting for translation, please do not start any assignment without letting them know, and check in with them before moving on to the next assignment. Please note that as needs change during the day, you may be asked to switch roles or move stations. As an interpreter, you have a vital role in the workshop, so we want to share best practices with you from past events. When you begin interpreting for a participant, inform them that you must repeat exactly what they say to the assisting volunteer, such as the attorney or the form filler, and vice versa, so you should repeat what the attorney or form filler says to them verbatim. Please ensure that participants fully understand what is being communicated to them. Don't hesitate to ask the speaker to slow down or repeat something if needed. As you can imagine, it's important that you do not speak on behalf of the participant and limit yourself to translating what they are trying to express. Do not summarize, explain, paraphrase, clean up, change, or simplify statements by any of the participants. At the same time, do not give advice, suggestions, or your opinions. Do not help the participant make any decisions. One of the reasons this is so critical is that many participants will not be eligible for interpretation during their citizenship interviews, and those who are will be held to strict interpretation standards. If you add or change information while interpreting at the workshop, it may cause confusion or problems later at the official interview. If the participant reveals something but asks you not to share it with the assisting volunteer, remind them that you are obliged to share what is said. It is not up to you whether an issue is relevant. Any information the participant mentions could be important. Legal volunteers can help determine the importance of these details. Again, we take confidentiality very seriously. If you are handed a participant record of any type, please turn it into the station lead or your interpreter lead. These can be very sensitive documents. As a further reminder, please do not share individually identifiable information about a participant's immigration status, personal information you may see or hear, or even that a participant sought services at this event. Finally, if you are interpreting in the forms station only, you may be asked to sign and date the N400 application as an interpreter. You will be asked for your name and contact information. If you are not comfortable providing your contact information, you may provide the address and phone number of the workshop organizer, which we can provide on the day of the workshop. That said, if you are not comfortable signing and providing your name, please notify the interpretation lead for reassignment to a different station. Again, this applies only to those interpreters who are assigned to the forms station. This concludes our video about best practices for interpreters. Thank you for helping us ensure that Seattle continues to be a welcoming city.